Are you planning a new project, but you find yourself endlessly scrolling through lists of tools without any good decisions on what tools to get? I want to show you a simple technique on how to select your tools for your project. So, in this video, I'm going to, number one, give you a framework on how to select your tools to suit your needs. Number two, give you an example scenario. And number three, give you a specific list of tools to suit this specific scenario. My name is Pat and I've been a maker since I was about 11, 12 years old, and maybe even before that. Now, 3 years ago, my wife and I decided to move from British Columbia, Canada to Poland to live closer to our families. When we landed here in Poland, we needed to take care of renovating and furnishing our apartment. I'd never lived here before and I didn't have a single screwdriver, nothing. There was an endless list of things to do and it made my wish list of tools even bigger. So this is how I thought about selecting my tools. To begin with, I didn't want to start by buying everything at once and spending all of my money. Instead, I bought one tool at a time. Next, I knew what was out there, as I've worked in a hardware store and I've worked in construction, so I was aware of the tools that were out there. Now, there's a saying that you can use more than one tool to get the job done, so I was thinking about what tools I could get to do multiple jobs. What tools are the most versatile? I planned ahead and really thought about the jobs I would be doing in the future and tried to select the tools accordingly. So now you know my selection criteria. Let me show you an example based on those criteria. Adjust this to suit your needs. So say I have nothing right now and I'm about to begin a renovation of an apartment. What jobs do I need to do? So number one would be replacing the electrical in the walls. Number two would be plastering and sanding those walls down. Number three would be painting. Number four would be replacing the flooring. Finally, number five is putting together new furniture. My list of 10 tools to get would look like this. A cordless drill, useful for a variety of jobs. In order to make that drill useful, I would buy a case of drill bits and screwdriver bits. A corded hammer drill. Corded tools are usually cheaper and I wouldn't be using that hammer drill that often, so I don't mind connecting power to it. I need a hammer drill because there's concrete everywhere, the walls are concrete, so I need to make grooves for the electrical wiring, as well as drill holes to mount things everywhere, whether it's curtain rods or picture hanging. A plastering tool set. Basic paint tool set like a brush, a paint roller, etc. A ladder to reach up to the ceiling. Now, this is my favorite. It's actually the first tool that I got, a multi-tool, because you can get into awkward spots and you can use it to cut things. You can cut things in furniture, you can cut things in wood, you can cut things in plaster, and you can even get an attachment to sand things down. It's really a great variety tool. An angle grinder for cutting pieces of metal, sanding things down. An angle grinder is one of those first tools that you must get. A table saw. A table saw is amazing because you can use it in a replacement of a chop saw. If you maybe quickly build a cross-cut sled, or you can make various types of jigs, you can really make it into a very versatile tool. So for laying down floors and cutting down baseboards, it's perfect. Finally, a shop vac. Obviously, after you make a mess, you want to clean up. A shop vac is great because if you make some very fine dust after plastering, you can easily vacuum that up. And I've actually ruined an old vacuum cleaner that wasn't suited for vacuuming up a very fine dust. Pro tip: For things that you are planning to use only once, just for one job or whatever, think about hiring those tools, renting some tools. It's actually better than buying something cheap, because usually the people that are renting the tools have a high quality of tools because they want to rent that tool over and over again. They wanted to make them money, and using a higher quality tool usually gets the job done better. So it's worth actually renting a tool instead of buying it if you're not going to use it again. I've rented many different tools over the years and I've never regretted doing so. Okay, to get you started, down below the like button, I included some links to a list of tools that I found useful over the years. And you can click over here to check out another video of mine. Adios.